Do you feel that
What's going on, everyone? What's happening? If you guys are debating, go ahead and hop on in the box. Would appreciate it. If you guys aren't, please hop out. That would be swell. What's going on, everyone? If you guys are over on TikTok, double tap the screen, comment, interact. It's free. Help support the channel. If you guys are over on YouTube, we'll do the same. Gonna be honest with you, probably gonna be a shorter night tonight. So, but yeah, we'll get through what we can get through and go from there. If you are debating, hop on in the box. Would appreciate it. That would be cool. That would be swell. You have to search me every night? Well, that's not good. I'll just join on my other phone, I guess. Okay. No, I need to find the... Why am I not showing up live? Why is it not showing up live? There we go. There we go. Alright, we're joined. Josh. Josh, you want to join? Maybe Josh doesn't want to join. Does Paige want to join? I don't know if Paige is in the chat.
No, I'm here, man. It just asked me if I was over 18 before I joined. It was weird. I never had that before.
I have... Who is it? Sean? Oh, so sorry. What's... Oh, I have Chance, but he's like... Chance? I don't know what he goes by. Chauncey? I don't fucking know. But he's like a Phil bro. I don't really want to do that.
Hey, Sharon.
What's up,
Hey,
Sharon?
hey. What's up, friends?
What's up, Sharon? Your mic's a little
I thought I'd bless y'all with my presence tonight.
Appreciate it. Your mic's a little coming in a little warm. Josh,
I'm hearing
better?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I'm hearing everything twice. I don't know why I'm hearing everything twice. Let me.
Don't hear anything on our end, so I don't know if you want to re-request.
You want to do a fill, bro?
No, I'm pretty sure this is the same exact guy that debated me on fascism last year or last time, and I don't want to talk to him because he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's so for real. So for real. Don't talk to him. But if you guys are debating, go ahead and hop on in the box. I'd appreciate it. Just a fair warning, it's probably going to be a little bit short of a live tonight, so. But if you guys want to debate anybody but Chance, please hop in the box. Literally anybody but him.
I don't mind.
What do we got going on in the news today? We have the Republican lawmakers are upset about the jet from Qatar, which no one on MAGA's side at least seems to be that upset. We got Carl.
Republicans out of Idaho and Illinois are trying to ban corn nationwide.
Wait.
Yep.
Okay.
Trying
What's
to
up,
ban
Carl?
corn.
They already went,
Oh,
went
corn.
to the
Never mind.
Supreme Court. What's up, Carl?
What's good?
What's going on? What's your take?
I just don't like to see the name calling anymore. I'm really sick and tired of it.
This isn't name
And I
calling.
know that sounds,
This is a descriptor.
it kind of, yes, I understand your sentiment,
I don't think you do.
but I don't think it's fair.
No, it's definitely fair.
Okay, please tell me why.
Because Republicans are fascist, so it would make sense to call them fascist for being fascist.
In what ways?
In every way.
Can you
They
break it down
literally-
for me? That's what I'm
Yep.
asking.
They are, so fascism, it would be far-right, fanatical ultranationalism. It has different characteristics, all of which are conservative. It's ultra-conservative beliefs, most of which Republicans hold. I'll give you
I
some
don't
if you
think-
like. Make America Great Again is what's called palingenetic ultranationalism. It is a plea to the national rebirth. So that's pretty central in
National
fascism.
rebirth.
Yeah, that the nation has become corrupt, and that the nation needs to be restored to its rightful greatness. Usually, a marginalized group is responsible for that destruction. In America's instance,
Whoa,
it
what are
is
you talking
Italy.
about?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Fascists
about
believe
fascism.
fascists believe that there is a marginalized group that is responsible for all of the woes of the country. That they are solely responsible.
And MAGA does not believe that.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, you do.
No, they don't. Half of the
Immigrants.
country is not a marginalized group.
No, that's
You're
not
not
what
half
I
the
said.
country either.
You didn't understand what I said. I said they blame
No, I don't
a
think
margin.
you understand
no,
what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
no. They blame a marginalized group for the
Yes.
downfall of the country.
MAGA
Right.
does not do that.
They do.
No, they don't.
They do it
What
with immigrants.
marginalized group?
Immigrants.
No.
Immigrants.
They're not
Yes.
blaming immigrants solely for the downfall of this country. That is one of their policy positions, that it's not
Im-
acceptable to have illegal immigrants. But that is
Hey,
not saying, that is not
Carl,
the entire
Carl.
point. No.
Carl, it's immigrants, it's trans people, it's the LGBTQ community, it's DEI. These are all attacks on marginalized communities. And they're all saying this is the destruction of our country. DEI is bringing down our country. Immigrants are invading our country. LGBTQ is weakening our military.
Yes,
These
all
are
of that is
attacks-
true. You're correct. Thank you for admitting that.
You rested my case, Carl. Fucking pumpkin.
You're mad. You're mad. Nah, but for real.
I'm mad that you're laughing about attacking
For real,
marginalized
for
So
real.
communities.
you listen,
yeah,
man.
For real, for
Yeah,
real.
listen,
You're
for real,
tripping
Carl. You
by
listen. You
saying
don't
that,
just get to
because it
listen.
is
No,
true.
you don't get to diminish
true.
what the Republicans have done in terms of attacking migrants in this country and blaming them for all of the problems
attacking
just because
illegal
it's in
immigrants. You're saying
Exact-
it's
yes.
attacking by deporting
No, they're
them. It's
attacking
not
immigrants.
attacking.
Donald Trump said that he was going to deport homegrowns. That's what he said. It doesn't have anything to do with immigrants anymore, with legal or
Roll
not
the clip.
legal.
Roll the
It
clip.
has-
Let me see it.
Yeah, I'll
I've
fucking
never
do
seen
it.
That. Please
Yep.
roll the clip.
Yep.
I've never seen that. Never even heard anyone say that, too. That's crazy.
I know, because you live in a bubble.
I don't live in a bubble. I have a
Right
life.
Trump
here.
supporters
Your
never
life.
hear. Trump supporters
I don't
never
live in a-
hear all
I
the
don't
bad
live in a
shit that he
bubble,
says
buddy.
and does.
I
You
have
live
an
in a bubble.
average experience.
So Carl, you've got an average IQ. So Carl, let me ask you real quick, man. You think
Sure, okay.
you agree that attacking marginalized communities is part of a fascistic government, correct?
No, that's not what he just said. He said
That's literally
making
what he just
the
said.
main reason that he's describing what he said, like the reason the fall of their society is blaming a marginalized group. That's
Right.
not what he's saying.
That's
What?
literally what I
That
just
is
said.
okay. I don't think
Okay,
you're
cool.
trying to
Hey, so I wasn't done,
manipulate that
Carl.
definition. I don't think
Carl,
it's fair. I've already said that, so I don't know
okay,
if
cool.
you want me to keep saying that,
I want you
but
to
I've
shut the
already
fuck
made.
up is what I want.
Ethan, appreciate it. Where's it at? Damn it. There we go. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Ethan with a 30 over on Venmo to get rid of him? I agree. That was frustratingly stupid. Ethan, appreciate it. Thank you. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks for the 30 to kick? Ethan, appreciate it. Dubs in the chat. You can't
Thanks,
just
Ethan.
say because it's inconvenient to your argument, though they're not going after migrants. No, they are. They are going after migrants. And by the way, you can go and look it up. They talked about deporting homegrowns when the president of El Salvador was here. That's what Trump talked about. He got caught on a hot mic saying we're going to deport U.S. citizens. So, yeah, it has nothing, absolutely nothing to do, everything to do with really race, but they blame it on immigration status.
Oh, it's all about race. I got a personal story that happened today. I had to get my compressor, fan on my compressor and my refrigerator replaced. It was about $400, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, man, are those tariffs kicked in yet, or what's going on with that?" And he says, "No, the product we have on hand is still good, but the websites that I order from, they're preparing their technicians to prepare their customers. Everything's going up 30%." He says it says it all over the front pages of the websites I order from. He orders, my compressor. So that's just a little what's happening.
Yep. I blocked, what's his name, just for funsies. You can unblock him. It's the last guy I blocked in the thing. George or whatever his name is. Which is funny because he talks a lot of shit, but last time he came up here, he got utterly confused. You know? Kicking for
Somebody said
getting
real men
mad.
replace their own parts.
They're getting kicking because you're being annoying. If we can't just if we can't, like, come to the same reality, then there's nothing really to talk about. So, you know, if you're
I
going to
just
just
spent the last 2
deny
minutes
that,
giggling.
I was going to say, if you're going to
So,
deny that Republicans have attacked migrants for the last however many years and blame them for everything, then I don't know what to tell you. We don't really have anything to talk about.
Good for you, Buck Chuck.
I just spent the last few minutes laughing at a video that shows Trump going up into his new plane, and on the side of the plane, somebody put Qatari's biatch on the side. It looks like it looks real, but that made me chuckle more than it should have. But man,
Yeah.
Is Jaden joining us tonight?
He said he should be.
he said he's gonna
I
be
don't
late.
know. Yeah,
He said he was
I
gonna
think
be later because he had something to do.
Didn't he watch the new Marvel movie or something? Something like that?
Yeah, he said it was in.
Yeah, he said it was
So apparently, there's a federal judge in New Jersey who, she's not anti-Trump, but she's just not going along with Trump's decisions, and she's fighting back essentially. This judge in particular, she lost her son. So somebody tried to unalive her, and they broke into. This was a couple years ago. They broke into her house, and they ended up unaliving her son and shot her husband. Her husband survived. Do you remember this story? It was about 2 years ago. Do you remember that?
She shot her?
I don't.
No.
No. Somebody was trying to unalive her. They broke into the house. They unalived her son and tried to unalive her husband, but the husband survived. Okay, so this judge in particular, right-wing Republicans have been sending pizzas to her house in her dead son's name.
Was that the guy? Oh, that was the. Hold on. So that was the judge, right? It was a
Yes.
FedEx. It was a guy that dressed up as a FedEx driver.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. They've been sending shit to her house?
They've been sending
disgusting.
pizzas to her house as in her son's name. So they're sending them to her son, and they'll get there and they're like, "This pizza's for, your son."
You gotta be a sick individual to participate in anything like that. Like, that's just fucked up beyond all recognition. That's sick.
Yeah, pizza's
I hate people.
for him.
That's fucked up. Jesus Christ.
Eric and
Why?
Lyle
What did the
Menendez are
judge
gonna be
even do?
resentenced. She went against Trump, man. I forget what it was. 2 years ago it happened. I'd have to look it up.
Somebody's saying that they're sending them to the judges who have ruled against Trump and her. Oh, okay, yeah. That it's to multiple judges, multiple
Oh, is it?
that. Yeah, it's to several different places. Yeah, but they're all doing it in the same manner. But yeah, it's just gross all the way around. Trump supporters are just vile, rabid
King
creatures.
King Bobby's in here attacking the LGBTQ community. He's got to go. Eric and Lyle Menendez are they could be resentenced for their parents unaliving. A judge ruled today.
How can that be? Isn't that
I don't
like
know.
double jeopardy?
It's,
How can that be?
A judge in Los Angeles County has lessened the sentence for Eric and Lyle Menendez from life imprisonment without the possibility of parole to 50 years to life, allowing them to seek parole under California's youth offender statute. The resentencing occurs after arguments that the brothers, who unalived their parents in 1989 at the ages of 18 and 21, have shown personal growth during their time in prison and committed the crime before turning 26, while prosecutors challenged their suitability for release. They started support programs aiding older and disabled inmates. It impressed the former judge. They helped rehabilitate inmates. I don't know. That's what prison is for, right?
Yeah.
It's for rehabilitation.
No. All right.
So, what
Go ahead.
what do you think Trump? What do you think Qatar is wanting in trade for this airline, this jet, whatever? What the hell is it that, I mean, like, what is the reason for this? Because I mean, I was reading where Hillary Clinton was offered, and I don't even know from what country, but she was offered, like, I think it was a piece of jewelry or something for like $425 was the value of it, and she didn't take it, or the people were like, oh, she can't have that, blah. And now he's taking a $400 million plane. So what do you think Qatar is expecting in return? Is what I'm asking. Or do you think it's just a publicity stunt? Like, what the hell is the purpose of all this shit right now?
I don't know. Probably just to offer him favors so that they can get on his good side. So that he's like, oh, they offer me a jet, because this is just corruption. I mean, it's just all it is. There's nothing to talk about on this. It's corruption. And the thing is, Air Force One is already being rebuilt. They're already building a new Air Force One.
We're still gonna have to pay for that.
Spy plane.
It is a spy plane.
Yeah.
So the federal judge who the federal
Goose,
judge in
what's up?
Wisconsin who
Hello?
oh, sorry. I didn't see
Hey,
that.
what's going on, buddy?
What's up?
The federal judge what?
Nah, go ahead. I didn't realize we had a debate.
What's up, Goose?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Doing all right? What's going on? What's your take?
Oh, I don't know. I popped in and all I heard was, Trump supporters are vile creatures. I'm like, wow, that's
Yeah. Too many
that's
of
a
them are.
wild thing to start
I
off
agree.
with. I was like,
I said that, and I said too many of them are was my response back to you. And so you disagree? You think that people that are cheering on families of immigrants being ripped apart and U.S. citizens with cancer being sent out of country? I mean, people who go along with that and cheer that are vile creatures. Yes, that's what I said, and I meant it.
Well, here's my honest take on that. Medical conditions aside, I mean, I'm all in favor of if you break the law in any way, shape, or form, you reap the consequences of your actions.
Did you vote for Trump?
Of course I did.
You
That's
voted
why
for
I'm
a
up here.
felon, so sit down. You voted for a felon, dude. What do you mean, dude?
See, so right
You
off
cannot
the
be that
bat,
much of a hypocrite.
See,
Come
look at
on
this right
now.
here. I'm trying to have a respectful conversation with you, and you're trying to attack me. So
I'm
now
saying you're a
saying he's a
hypocrite.
felon,
That's not an attack. That's just
he's
calling
not
you
in
out for what
jail.
you are.
No charges are sticking. That was complete election interference through and through by the power of,
No,
dare I say his name,
he's still a
Biden.
34 count felon.
So
Nothing's
why
going to
isn't
change
he in
that.
jail?
So because he became president. That's why.
The charges
That's
aren't
why.
going to
That's why he
stick
ran
because
for
they're all
president.
completely made up.
It's already stuck. He's already a felon.
For now, but
No,
they're going to
not for
reverse the
now.
whole
He
thing.
is a felon. No, it was not reversed. He is a felon.
Dude,
It's not
they're
getting
gonna
reversed.
reverse it.
You can't just reverse a conviction. He is a felon and will remain a felon.
They're gonna drop the whole thing, man.
It's not
Just
dropped
give it time.
because he was already convicted. I don't know what you're not getting about this. You don't get to just
give it
throw
time.
out.
That's
Give it
all
time
I'm
on
saying.
what? That's not how it works. You're just saying shit. You don't know how it works. Stop talking. Fuck. Like it's dude. It's like painfully ignorant. Like you come in here and you just say this is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's not. You're fucking dreaming. You don't know how the system works. Don't pretend to. It's not getting
Why are you getting
overturned.
mad,
It
dude?
has it because you're stupid.
I'm here to
That's
have a
why.
nice conversation with you.
It's not a nice
guys
conversation
think
if you
that-
just keep saying shit that's not true. You don't know what the fucking
Well,
law
look at
is.
this.
You don't know. You're like, just give it time. Tell me why it would be overturned.
Everything else that he's done required time. You guys are like,
Tell
oh,
me
the stock
what
market
part of
dropped.
this
Oh
would
my God, he
what
crumbled everything.
tell
Give
me
it
what he
time.
could do.
Oh,
What could he
what
do
would
to
happen?
overturn it?
Stock
What
market
could he do?
recovered, dude.
Hey, what could he do to get it overturned?
Him, his lawyers, everybody's gonna find out, or not find out. but
What do
they're
they
gonna
do?
prove
What's
that
the
it's
legal
election interference.
process? What's the legal process?
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, man.
Okay, then don't fucking talk on it. It's not getting overturned.
It'll get
Good
overturned.
Lord.
Cool.
Dude,
but
why are you
until it
getting
does,
so mad,
but
dude?
Goose, until it does get overturned, you're admitting that he is a felon, though, correct?
Yeah, for now, sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he's
absolutely.
a felon, and you voted a felon into office. I'm glad you can recognize that.
Okay,
at very
what
minimum.
else you got for that, or is that like the most you guys got? Because it seems like you just brought me up here just to get mad that he's a felon.
No, I just wanted to point out that you were a hypocrite because if you're saying that if people that come over the border are breaking the law, which by the way, that's just a misdemeanor, and your boy Trumpy has got a felon, so I mean, felonies, 34 of them, it's just hypocritical, man. I'm just wishing that more of you would recognize that about yourselves. That's all.
All right,
You
so
recognize
let me
it's
give you one for
hypocritical,
one
right?
here. What do you say about your party?
No, Goose,
or I
you're
guess
recognizing
voting
it's
against
hypocritical,
the whole
right?
child SMEX trafficking?
Okay. Hey, man, you're recognizing that it's hypocritical, right? You
No,
want all the
answer
people
my.
who broke
Okay,
the.
I answered your question, so
you're.
answer my
Hey,
question.
yeah,
I'm
I
giving you a
understand.
one for one here.
No, I understand. We need a concession before we move on to a different topic. The whole
Yeah,
thing
for
was
now,
you
Trump
thought
is a felon.
cool.
Yeah,
No,
I
that-
agree with you.
Goose.
It'll get overturned at some point
Goose.
or another.
It's not.
Stop,
It's
dude.
not. You say it again, I'm
Stop.
kicking you. I'm so fucking tired. You
So,
don't know what you're talking
you-
about.
Of
Stop.
course, you're just getting angry.
I
like
know.
every
Stop.
other
Because it's
liberal.
annoying. It's annoying that you're just saying it's just getting overturned because it's not
Dude,
how
if
it
you
works.
can't have a civil conversation,
It's not how
with
it
me, if
works.
you're gonna let your
You don't know
emotions
what you're
run deep,
talking
then
about.
just
You're just
boot me,
literally
dude.
okay. Go. Go. Bye.
I literally
If
just
all
want
you're
you.
gonna do is be an
I-
angry
Bye,
liberal
go
like the
away.
rest of them, then boot me.
Then just
We're
go.
tired of
Hey,
your bullshit.
I literally just want you to acknowledge the hypocrisy. You think people coming across the border who break the law should be punished, but you don't think the person who legit was found guilty on 34 felonies shouldn't be punished. I want you to acknowledge that hypocrisy, and then we'll move on to your question. Go ahead and unmute.
You got to hit the unmute button in order to continue talking.
Yeah, what do you think of your party blocking the child SMEX trafficking?
citation.
Yeah. What law was that?
There was literally a whole thing that just went into court, and Democrats denied the whole thing. They're like, no, that's
No, I'm
fine.
sure. Didn't
Sure.
didn't
Yeah.
Trump bring back the Tate brothers, who are also being charged with that somewhere, if I'm not mistaken?
You
Gee,
guys
another
can't
hypocrisy.
talk to
Isn't
me
that
about my
weird
thing,
how
but you just want
hypocritical
me to
you
talk to
guys
you about
are?
yours.
Wow.
I want you to show me a citation for what you're talking about. You just said some shit that you heard on Facebook and regurgitating it as true. Can you
I
find
didn't
me
say
a
I saw
source
it
where
on
this
Facebook.
happened? We know you saw
I
it on
didn't
Facebook.
say anything
Can
about
you show
Facebook.
me? Can you show me a citation, please?
How can I show you? I'm live with you right now. I'm in my car. I'm on a phone. Like, what would you like me to do? Aren't you sitting on a
Can you
computer
give us
right
a
now?
state? Can you give us a city, a court,
California.
where
I'll
this
give you
happened?
California.
Okay. What was the law?
Dude, I just gave you like a whole breakdown of what it was. You're on a computer. Search it up, my guy. Go ahead.
You literally said it was a anti-sex trafficking law out of California.
Yeah,
What was the
there you
law?
go. I gave you like
Yeah,
a whole
cool.
headline, man.
What was the law?
The law? Child sex trafficking?
That
Dude,
makes
if
no
you can't
sense.
search for it with
There was a
that
child
big of a
sex
headline
trafficking
and
law.
those broad words, I don't know what to do for you.
Do you have a record?
Do I have a record? No.
Apparently you're following really young girls.
No, I'm following what the laws are. I'm following what the Republicans and Democrats are doing. Whoa, what the hell kind of line is that? It seems like you're following young girls.
Well, usually when people bring up stuff about children in the live, they usually have demons to hide. Just pointing that out.
Talking about on TikTok.
No.
Yeah.
See, this
You're
is the big
following young
problem
girls on
between
TikTok.
the right and the left here.
Get a clue.
Is I'm trying to talk to you guys, and you guys are over here being
real. You
difficult
give me
and
those
trying
vibes.
to attack me. And this is always going to be the biggest problem right here.
I'm literally just asking you for a source, but your laugh is already creeping me out.
I find hypocrites insufferable. So if you want to know why we're a little, if you find us, attacking you or whatever, we're just sick and tired of y'all's hypocrisy because it's so blatantly obvious. And I don't know whether y'all just don't pay attention to politics. I don't know whether it's because y'all don't follow politics that
you
closely.
haven't answered my question.
You haven't asked one.
I did.
The Democrats, I don't know why they voted against it, but again, you're hypocritical because Donald Trump himself abuses women, and it's been found in court that he's liable for abusing a woman, SA and a woman. Yeah, that's exactly who we're talking about. So again,
did you know
it's, it's hypocrisy on your end.
People of doing the
I
same
don't.
thing and nothing was actually ever proven?
No. It doesn't change the fact that a judge and a jury found him liable for SA. So don't worry about it.
A jury of Democrats against him.
No, his lawyers picked the jury there, sweetheart. You gotta, you know how the judicial system works, right? Like when you have a lawyer, they actually go through and pick juries, and his jury was picked by his own lawyer. So miss us with that lame ass excuse.
All right. Well, there's no winning with you guys. I swear, I'm over it. Thanks for having me.
You don't come here to learn.
Go ahead and attack other people and don't answer their questions while you're at it. You all enjoy your day.
Get the fuck out. I wish people would just come in here and just ask questions. Come up here to learn stuff. That would be so much more easier.
I would just like it if they would acknowledge their hypocrisy and understand why we are so annoyed by them. Damn. It's not that difficult.
Torta patrol in the queue. He's a yeller.
Well,
okay.
I'll stay quiet on this one.
Hello?
I'm a yeller.
Yeah,
So we said.
Leave that to your moms.
Okay. we'll see. We'll see who starts crashing out and muting me first.
Okay.
Can you define fascism?
So what's up? Why do you want me to define fascism?
What's the definition of fascism? Well, no, I think that the reason why a lot of people don't think Trump is one is because they have no idea what fascism even is, so they can't recognize it in their own orange superheroes. So I'm just curious if you know what the definition of fascism is.
Yeah, I would define it as an authoritarian government.
That would be an
Is there a particular
authoritarian
side
government.
of the political spectrum on that? Is it right wing? Is it left wing? Where does it fall
No,
on
it
the
could be
political
either
spectrum?
side. I mean, the Yahtzees were socialists, so it could be either
Oh,
side.
for God's sakes. No, they weren't. They were fascists. I love that argument. Is it not crazy how many TikTok have you run into this a lot? Where most
Wait,
of the
so are you
people who
claiming that
vilify
leftists can't be
socialism thinks
fascist?
that Yahtzees and Schmittler was a socialist? That's some wild
Can
shit.
we base ourselves in reality real quick? Are you saying that leftists can't be fascists?
Leftists can't.
left
It's not that
being-
they can't.
yeah,
it's just
it's
we
the
really
exact
haven't
opposite.
seen it. But leftism usually
authoritarian.
emerges.
Have you taken any history classes?
Please don't fucking
They could be-
patronize me.
Like, did you graduate?
Okay. They could be authoritarian, but fascist? No. Leftist ideology in principle is against capitalism. Fascism is the merger of capitalism and government. So, no, they can't. Brilliance.
That's ironic because the Democrats and the left literally wants more government, and that's what leads to fascism. But so you're saying Mussolini, like those people weren't leftists. Stalin
That was-
wasn't a leftist.
That was wrong what you just said. That was just stupid.
You're just spewing
flopped out of your
nonsense at
mouth.
this point.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
asking you. So Mussolini, Stalin, they weren't leftists. Zedong,
No.
Stalin was.
Hugo Chavez.
Chavez was.
But
No.
but he
No,
wasn't
not
a
Chavez.
fascist.
Sorry. Not Chavez. I'm thinking.
No, he's-
Yeah, not Chavez. I'm
communist.
thinking. I'm thinking.
Well, it's just
Cuba.
like being very disingenuous to say the leftists can't be fascist. It's simply not true. We've seen it in history.
I said they could be
Both
authoritarian.
Both sides can be fascist.
Authoritarian.
No,
But I don't know why you bring that up.
Authoritarianism
but
isn't
I
fascism.
don't think MAGA is fascist. Trump is literally following the law. He has
He's
checks and
following the
balances.
law. Right? So wait.
Nobody's above the
Where's
law, though, which
Kilmar?
is what
Hold
you
on.
guys seem to
Where's
think, right?
Kilmar? Where's Kilmar?
Where he belongs in his home country.
That's not true. The Supreme Court said he needs
It's
to
very
come
true.
back.
That's
The
his
Supreme
home
Court said
country.
that the Supreme Court said that Trump violated the law.
And actually, the
multiple
Supreme
different
Court
times.
acknowledged that it was a mistake and said he needs to facilitate his return.
Yeah. Yep. That would be bringing
Yeah,
back.
what
broke
does
the law.
facilitate mean?
Doesn't matter. He broke the law. That's why they're
Wait,
bringing
you
him
just
back.
made me define fascism. You can't define facilitate. It's very easy.
Well, I can, but the fact is, it doesn't matter because Trump said he's not
It
bringing him
does,
home. He's not
because,
even doing
words
that. Is
matter.
Trump doing the facilitating? Is Trump attempting to facilitate?
The facilitation is done. He can come back if
What
Bukele allows
facilitate
him
is
to.
done? What facilitation is done? Trump
Buke-
said he's not
Bukele
coming back. That's what
isn't
Trump
sending him back.
posted. Trump posted. Trump post. He said he's not coming back.
It's not up to Trump. It's not up to Trump. Does the Supreme
Yes, it
Court
is.
control El Salvador or Bukele?
He said it doesn't matter. Trump said he's not coming back regardless. So Trump's not even attempting to facilitate the return
Trump said he's not coming back because Bukele said no.
because he hasn't facilitated the return.
And Trump said that he's not gonna
He hasn't
force
facilitated the
Bukele or
return.
coerce him into doing anything because he doesn't have to.
Hey,
He just has to
remember when I
facilitate it.
said? Remember when I
Facilitate.
said
He
it took
just
you
has to
3 minutes
facilitate.
start
What did he do to
overtalking?
facilitate it? What did he do to attempt
Well, I
to
mean, they had a
facilitate?
meeting. Bukele came to the White House. They asked him straight up, and Bukele said no.
No, that happened
Yeah,
before.
that's not what happened.
I mean, I don't know
Well,
what
that's
else
not
you
what
would want
happened
Trump to
either.
do other than force.
That's not what
unless you
happened
want
either.
Trump to be a fascist. Unless you
He
want
said,
him to be
"What
a
am I gonna
fascist.
do? I want him to-
Tell
so
him
really
what to
quick,
do.
Really quick.
Is that
That's
what
not
you're
even that.
suggesting?
Really quick. Stop for a second. He deported someone that should not have been deported. Correct?
He had an order of withholding, but I disagree. He should have been deported.
But he shouldn't have been deported. So he did something illegal.
it was a mistake.
disagree.
No, it was a mistake. But then why does he keep saying it's not a mistake? Why does he keep saying it's not? Why doesn't he say it's a mistake? And
The Trump administration recognizes it as a clerical error. That's why the Supreme Court
it's
recognized
clerical
it.
error. No. He violated the law, and then he said he's not coming back, and he laughed about it.
It's a clerical error, and
It's a
the man
clerical
was-
error. Do you lie about clerical errors that deny people rights?
No, so it was an error, a mistake.
It's a
and the
clerical
man-
error.
like the man
It's a
was
clerical
innocent.
error to violate the law.
It's not
That's
like the man
crazy.
was innocent.
So all the other
It's not
times
like
he's
the man was-
violated the law. All the other
hold on.
times, all the other
It's a-
times he's
it's a
violated the
mistake.
law.
Yeah, so it was a mistake, but it's not like the man was sent to the wrong country. It's not like the man was innocent. It's not like the man wasn't MS-13. Not like the man was not denied bond by a judge because of the evidence that they saw.
Really
So
quick.
if you guys were to show me evidence
So
of
tired of this. I just want an answer to it. Did he illegally send someone out of the country? AJC, appreciate it. Thank you.
Wrongfully, yes. Wrongfully, yes.
Okay.
The Supreme Court.
What's up, Jaden?
Oh,
Ugh.
man. All right.
What's up,
I just
Jim?
wanted
want
to
to
go
point
with
out,
that.
I was right. It was less than 3 minutes.
It's not illegal. It's a clerical error. Talk about all the other laws he's fucking broken. What about receiving bribes from Qatar?
And why are they mischaracterizing or misstating what Bukele said? Bukele said that he was not going to be able to bring them back because what are they going to do? Smuggle them into the country? Like there hasn't been any receiving facilitation on our end to get him back into America. Am I wrong? Did I miss something there? Because that's what he said. He didn't say he wouldn't send them back. He was questioning how was he going to send them back. Am I wrong on that? Do y'all remember
No,
that
but
exchange when he was talking in
That
the
doesn't
White
fit
House
their
and on the
narrative, though.
Oh, I know that, but I mean, but what's wild is that that was Bukele didn't come out and say he wasn't going to send them back. He says, "How are we going to get them back? Smuggle them? How are we supposed to get them back? Smuggle them in, or something to that effect?" Is what he said. But you know, we don't expect MAGA supporters to actually follow politics at all. So
Well, I saw Thunderbolts. It was all right. Wouldn't see it again. That's all I'll say about that.
what is
How's
it?
everybody doing tonight? It's a new
What's
Marvel
even is
movie.
that? Oh, okay.
It's the new Avengers, but very white and with less
It's new
power.
Adventures, but very white.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you're
I'm good.
debating, hop on in the box. If you're not, please hop out. If you want to double tap the screen, comment, interact, get some people in here, that'd be cool. Hit the like button over on YouTube. I don't know why the fuck that guy just came in here and just railroaded the fucking... I forgot we started with fascism, and then we ended up on a whole different feel. But yeah, he's not fascist. The right can be... The left can be fascist, too. It's fucking crazy.
Crazy how so many people still think that the Nazis were socialists. That's wild.
Well, that's what a dilapidated educational system does.
Indeed.
Because that's the shit Charlie Kirk tells them.
You
That's
want
what
to
Ben
talk to
Shapiro
Torta? I
says.
don't want to talk to him.
Who?
The same guy.
I don't want to talk
Would
to
be on
Torta. Is he
Jaded.
going to
Same
calm
guy?
down?
He's just going to overtalk. Like I said, give it 3 minutes.
Yeah. You shut up for a minute. Talk about all the laws that Donald Trump has violated. He's lost 100 and something court cases doing illegal shit. Can you
Who
explain that?
determines if he's violating the law?
The fucking
courts.
judges and the law. The law determines who's violating the law. That's fucking crazy. And sometimes the
Right.
Constitution. Frequently. AJC, appreciate the 5 gifted. Thank you. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for AJC? Appreciate it. Thank you, AJC. And Drew for the 15 towards the kick pool. I'll add that in. I'll be right back in 1 second.
So can you find me where the Supreme Court ruled that Trump violated law? Or
Which
violated the
example would you like? Yes, the 9-0 decision on the return of Kilmar Garcia.
Yep. They determined it was a mistake and said he needed to facilitate it. It was an error, no violation. They said it
Which he
wasn't
didn't.
on purpose.
Which is
It was a
violating.
mistake.
No. It doesn't. They don't determine that. They determine
That's
whether or not it
determined.
violates the law. That's not. They don't determine that. You made that up. Show me a decision where it
He
says
was-
that. They
he was
determine. They
wrong.
determine matters of law. They don't say it was a
They called
mistake.
it an
They
error.
say. Wait, okay, show us.
Yeah. Okay. It's an exact quote from a judge in the decision. Calls it an egregious error because they can't call it anything other than that. It's an error. It's a mistake. But in the end, how much of a mistake really is it if he's really MS and it's his home country and he came here illegally? Not really much of a mistake. It's kind of a weird hill to choose to unalive
He's
on.
not
but-
MS, and again, they're withholding of removal status, so both of those are wrong to state that somehow or another it wouldn't be a mistake. It very clearly was.
Who determines if he's MS? Who has presented evidence?
No one presented evidence.
A judge, right? Yeah, Elizabeth
Yes,
A.
an
Kessler was the judge.
immigration judge
Yes,
would be the
Elizabeth
determining
A.
factor on
Kessler
that.
was the judge that saw him. He saw 2 judges. Elizabeth A. Kessler was one of them. He
6
denied him
years
bond.
ago.
Why do you think that is?
6 years ago.
In 2019, yeah.
Right.
He should have been
They did
deported
not
6 years ago.
establish
You're right.
any evidence that he was in any
He
affiliation
should have been
with
deported
MS-13.
6 years ago.
Excuse me, that was not what that trial concluded. Okay, they found no evidence of any association or affiliation whatsoever with MS-13. Why you keep insisting that he was, despite the broad and overwhelming evidence that indicates otherwise, is beyond me.
Why was he denied bond then by 2 judges?
How is that relevant?
I'm asking you. You just answer the simple question.
Just why is
he
it
know about
relevant,
the
though?
case?
Why is it relevant?
Because
Because
the
now you're
reason he was
shifting the
denied
argument.
bond-
One can be denied bond and still have no
The
affiliation with
reason he was
MS-13.
denied
You'd have
bond
to
is because
tie
he
them
was
together.
MS-13.
He's not.
That's the reason they denied him bond, though.
It's
The
not
judge
true.
literally said another quote. I
Okay,
can pull you that quote.
can you pull a statement?
Yeah. Here's the quote for the
You won't
Supreme
find
Court
it.
first, though.
No,
I
no,
will. I've
no,
argued with
no.
multiple
Excuse
people
me.
about
Can
this.
you pull a quote from either of those hearings from 2019 that indicated he was denied bond because
Yeah.
of association with MS-13?
Yep.
Thank you.
And this is proof that you repeat a lie of often enough, it becomes the truth to these people on the right. They
No, you
just
can
they
just do
just
your
repeat
research.
the lie over and over.
Okay,
No, we
you
have.
haven't done it, though.
We have. Another thing, don't you find it odd that all 9 Supreme Court justices said that he should be brought back? Why would they do that if they all thought or knew that he was a
Let's
supposed
not ask him
violent gang
questions.
member?
Let's not ask him
I'm
questions while
curious.
I'm still waiting on this one, please.
Oh, sorry.
I just want to hold him this because I know
So
he's
here's
gonna
the
go down
quote from the
another
Supreme
rabbit hole.
Court.
No, I'm asking you for the 2019 hearing.
Okay, so now you want to move the goalpost. Okay.
That wasn't
So
a
here's
goalpost. That was the
that was
original
literally
thing
his
I asked you
question.
for.
Okay. So here's what Elizabeth A. Kessler said. She said, although
That was,
the
excuse
court,
me, that was the original thing that I had requested from you.
yeah, and I'm
Was the
trying to answer you.
2019 bond hearing. Your claim was that he
Yep,
was
and I'm
found to
trying
have
to
been
answer you.
associated with MS-13.
Yep,
Okay,
is.
great.
Yep. So
So
you
just
ready?
accuse me
for
of
the
shifting the goalpost. So either you have that up or you have the Supreme Court's ruling.
I have both. But so she says, past proven and reliable source of information verified the respondent's G membership rank and G name is sufficient to support that the respondent's is a G member and the respondent has failed to present evidence to refute the assertion. She is saying the evidence presented against him is far bigger than any evidence that he presented in his defense. He cannot prove he is not MS, so he's denied bond. This is where she denies him bond. He was denied bond, and then a second judge saw the evidence in her decision and upheld her decision, saying, "Yep, I agree with that judge."
That's not what happened, dude.
That's go
So a
look it up.
judge had acknowledged
You don't
the
have to prove a
inconsistencies in that
negative.
evidence.
Huh?
A judge acknowledged the inconsistencies in the government's evidence within that case. They
No,
did
in
not
his
find
lack of evidence for
They did
defending
not
himself.
find sufficient evidence in connection with a murder investigation in connection with gang violence or affiliation, just that he was loitering.
That's not the case.
It is the
So,
case.
yeah,
I'll read to you
at
now.
first he
The
was held-
gang-filled interview sheet stated he was approached for loitering and no murder investigation was sustained in other records. Despite these discrepancies, Kessler deemed the informant sufficient enough to deny bond.
Right, because he could not defend evidence that was presented against him that he was MS. He couldn't defend himself.
That
Because
doesn't mean that he was MS.
That means
That isn't
wait, so I thought
evidence
you
of him
guys
being
cared about what the
affiliated.
judge has
He
to
had
say.
a lack. Well, he had
But
a
now
lack.
you guys don't care what the judge has to say as long as
No,
he disagrees with you,
because
right?
the judge
No,
did not
how do
rule
you
that he was
prove a
involved with
negative?
MS-13.
The judge literally denied him bond because he is MS.
That was based on the allegation
No
of
way
that,
around
not that he
it.
was.
There's no way around it.
There is a way around that.
You guys are defending MS-13 members. Cry about it.
I'm
And you guys
not
claim you
crying
care
about it.
judges. You guys claim you care about judges, but then a judge says he's MS, and you're like, no, that judge is wrong. That's not how it
Because the
works.
judge didn't
You don't
rule
pick and
that.
choose.
Because the judge did
Yes,
not
dude,
rule
I
that he
just
was
read you
involved
the
with
quote.
that.
I just
That is
read
not
you
a
the fucking
quote. They found sufficient evidence of
That is
the
not a
allegation,
quote.
not a definitive. Yes, they
Not
did
a
not
quote.
find. Can you stop interrupting, please? They did not rule that there was sufficient enough evidence to establish a connection with MS-13. You'll see that even within that quote. I don't know what he's looking at.
It's not understanding that just because she said that does not mean that there's still no proof that he is, and you're just making shit up at this point. You guys want him to be a criminal so bad But I don't think that the Supreme Court justices would have wanted him to come back if he was such a violent criminal. Y'all are
Yeah,
just
and if Trump,
delusional.
and
Right
if
here, she
Trump's a
noted
felon,
inconsistencies like the
just because the
unsubstantiated
judge said
murder
Trump is a felon
investigation
doesn't make him a
claim
felon.
and acknowledged that that the evidence was not conclusive. The bond denial rested on the likelihood of gang affiliation, not definitive finding. Bond hearings in immigration courts are not trials. They allow hearsay and have a lower evidentiary threshold, meaning the judge could rely on unverified claims such as the informant's tip without requiring proof
Almost like
beyond a
they're illegal
reasonable doubt.
immigrants and not U.S. citizens.
Excuse
Oh my
me.
God.
Kessler's decision was to obtain Abrego Garcia pending further proceedings, not to establish his gang status as fact. Abrego appealed the bond trial to the Board of Immigration Appeals in December 2019. The appellate judge upheld Kessler's ruling, stating it was not clearly wrong, but clarified that the bond denial was not a ruling on gang membership. The appeal focused on the procedural correctness of the bond, not a substantial determination of MS-13 affiliation. You were wrong. Those rulings within that case did not establish definitive proof or evidence or connections with MS-13. As we've stated here, there's a lower evidentiary threshold within that. A judge can deny and move forward and proceed with unverified claims and, in this case, hearsay because of that status.
What's your source? What are you reading that off of? AI?
No.
Right, because I just turned my camera on and showed you the direct quote from the judge. So can you do the same?
Mm-hmm. 1 second.
Is that from a court case? Because this is from the judge's mouth.
Yes.
Saying,
1 second.
He said, reliable
Reading a
source of
PDF. I'm
information
trying to find
verified
the
the
post for you.
respondent's G membership, rank, G name, and is sufficient to support that the respondent is a G member. This is what the judge is saying. And the respondent has failed to present evidence to refute that assertion. She's saying he is a G member. Word for word, she said that.
So you can find us on lawfare.com, Abrego Garcia, and MS-13. What we know is posted on April 14th, 2025. It establishes and provides several sources within the judge's official ruling, of all of which are publicly available. I don't know why you somehow conveniently skipped what I just read to you, because you'd find that within those same documents here. The appeal upheld that the denial as procedurally sound, not that it was a confirmation of gang affiliation.
The second judge upheld her decision and is saying, well,
I just told you that. I know. That is still based on a lower evidentiary standard here.
Judge said,
again, neither judge established a definitive status within that.
Right, because that's why he wasn't tried on being a G member. He was denied bond because
your claim was that they ruled that he was. You can deny, yes, you can deny bonds based on hearsay. You can. I know that. You said that he was found to have been in affiliation with MS-13.
That would be a conviction. All along.
That was your claim. That was your claim. They did not find that. That was your claim. I did not say that you said he was convicted.
I said he was denied bond.
I understand that, but you are holding on to this this claim here that somehow or another a judge found him and determined him to be in affiliation with MS-13
because you guys
as reasons to deny him bond. Can you acknowledge that? Wait, can you acknowledge that there's a lower evidentiary standard within that court?
No.
Okay, then you're just wrong.
No, you just defend MS-13 members.
I'm not. He's not an MS-13 member.
So do you think you know more than the judge?
I know more than you. The judge affirms what I said. And based on the court's proceedings, bond hearings have a lower evidentiary threshold to reach.
Word for word, she said he is a G member. That's
I just read to you. I just read to you what they said.
Torda, was he convicted? Was he convicted? Hey, Torda, was he convicted?
I said he was not convicted. I said he was not convicted.
Cool. So is Trump a rapist?
No, it was a SA.
Okay, then we don't have anything to talk about. Then you have nothing to stand on. No, you have nothing to stand on.
Do it again.
You have absolutely nothing to stand on. You have nothing. You have nothing to stand on. Period. Hey, I said you're muted now.
Because the judge
you're muted, or you can go. You can stay muted. Thanks. Donald Trump was found by a jury to have raped Eugene Carroll. This was proven in court. Excuse me. I didn't say the judge said that. Excuse me. Hey, no, you're done. Thanks. So the jury determined that Eugene Carroll was. I know, right? The jury. Can you check your messages, Jaden? The jury determined that Eugene Carroll was in fact raped.
I don't see where you're sending me anything.
So, I messaged you. Did you get it?
No.
There's nothing to talk about. You didn't get it?
Okay. I got it
You got it?
now.
Okay. Can you do it?
Yeah.
I gotta go deal with something. All right.
All
I'm gonna call. I gotta call it for the night. Jaden's gonna be live. I gotta go deal with something. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Sorry, it's a short live. I had an inkling it was gonna be a short live, but yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific. We're gonna head over if you guys want to follow Jaden. Jaden's gonna go live, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Sorry, it's a quick one, but I gotta go deal with this. So, everybody over on
All right.
YouTube and
Later,
Twitch,
y'all.
make sure you guys sub on the way up, and I'll see you
Good to see you.
guys
See you later.
tomorrow.